Hello, Nyan. How are you doing, Nyan? Hope you're doing well, Nyan. I'm doing alright myself, Nyan. And thank you, Detsky, Nyan, for the use of the Nyan channel points, Nyan. How are you today, Nyan? What does Nyan mean, Nyan? Nyan. In Japanese, Nyan, it's the word they use to describe a cat's sound, Nyan. So in English, we say meow, Nyan. But to them, we say Nyan, Nyan. So, how are you today? Now I'm done with the Nyan, I thought doing the clown voice. I hope you don't mind. Don't worry, it's only for a minute. I'm glad you enjoy it. Why is there a little pixel in the corner of my screen? It's not even like... you can't see it. It's on my OBS. It's very strange. What the hell is that? Well, whatever it is. All I can say is... it's bothering me. Ah, well, what'd you do? Anyway. All right. So, we're gonna do some Genshin because this is fun. Let's get right into it, huh? Pause the background. Pause the background music. Okay. Sorry, sounds were happening. Also. Oh no. This. Okay. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after some fierce competition in the round so far, we arrive at long last at the final of the Nilut Pala Cup. It's time to find out who is the very best beast tamer of all, Hania or the Traveler?
All right.
If the winner of the final round makes it through the ultimate trial, they will acquire my entire fortune. It will then be their responsibility to continue hosting this tournament into the future and to promote the philosophy of peaceful coexistence throughout all of Tivat.
Huh. Kautilya isn't here today. Oh, this is our chance. After the final match and the ultimate trial, we'll go tip off Elhingen and confront Kautilya head-on! Nico? Layla? You're here!
Much as I expected. The insufferable research maniac has exposed his true colors to our two protagonists. You seem to be edging ever closer to the truth. Holding off on reporting Cautilia to the Academia seems like a sensibly cautious decision at this stage. Who's to say if Cautilia, or indeed anyone else for that matter, is really who they appear to be?
Yeah, we can't afford to let our guards down now. We gotta fight Hania first, the strongest beast tamer out there. And we still have no idea what we're in for with Elhingen's ultimate trial. Oh, how are we gonna get through to Hania, though?
The answer should be quite obvious by now, surely. Take all of our fungi and defeat her fair and square. Force her to let go of her stubborn attitude and listen to the truth.
I believe in you guys. I know you'll be able to get her to come around.
Thanks for your support.
Ah, yeah! Bongo Head, Twirly Whirly, and Blitzara! The tightest power trio in all of Shroomdom! With your powers combined, winning this final will be easier than taking a radish from a hilly churl!
Is that easy to do? Huh. I had no idea. Oh. My general dynamic duo. Oh well.
The day has finally arrived, Traveler and Paimon. I warned you not to get emotionally attached to the fungi. You have to treat them as your pawns. But it seems like you haven't changed one bit. In which case, this match will be a short one.
You're the one who needs to change.
Yeah! When we send Bongo Head and Bunnies into action, it's like clockwork, and we ain't about to stop ticking!
Time to show you how a real beast tamer fights. Your feeble strategy will be your undoing. Go, Pyro 1! It's time. Torch 'em all! Don't worry, Pyro 1. They're about to reach their limit. Pyro 1, why did you hold back?
You're the one giving the orders. Paimon has become more than just a pawn to you.
Don't blame Pyro 1, Hania, and don't force yourself to do something you don't want to. You started having second thoughts when Pyro 1 got injured during the semifinals, didn't you? You never met a well-matched opponent until you fought Miko, and now us had you. So you never had to put Pyro 1 or any of your other fungi in danger before. When you saw one of your fungi get injured for the first time, you realized you felt compassion for it.
Compassion? You really think I feel anything for these fungi?
Yes, it's painfully obvious.
Hania, you grew up listening to terrible tales about the horrors of fungi. Paimon completely understands how they made you feel. But that doesn't mean that you should just treat a buddy who stands by you here as your arch enemy. You won't be able to lie to yourself forever. We fight off fierce fungi all the time, and we always used to think of them as monsters too. The whole reason we entered this tournament is because we didn't want fungi causing any trouble. But after meeting Bongo Head, we realized that if you just give them some time and treat them well, the gentler fungi will get to know you and treat you like their friends. At the very least, treat fungi like they're on your side, not as your pawns and certainly not as your enemy. Please, learn to trust Pyro One and your other fungi friends.
Treat your fungi right.
Enough! Don't patronize me. In case you've forgotten, this match isn't over yet.
Oh?
Alright, you super splash to the face! Give me a once and for all!
Pyro 1, release the explosion! Give it your all, Pyro 1! Show them what you're truly made of!
Okay.
Just before the most important step of all, I failed. You two, you were the only ones who could stop me. But how when your mindset is so childish?
We'll show you how. Then you'll finally understand.
Hania, as we agreed, you have to hear us out now that we've won. But let's put that aside for now. Can we bring Pyro 1 along for the ultimate trial?
Pyro 1? You want to take it with you?
Yep. We want to pass the ultimate trial with everyone's fungi side by side. Bongo Head, Twirly Whirly, Blitzara, and Pyro 1.
We'll earn the rights to all of these fungi. We'll make sure that they're properly looked after.
We looked through your notebook that day after we spoke to you, and it cleared up a lot of things. You're right to be concerned about the dangers of fungi, up to a point. Wisdom orbs come with health risks to some people. This tournament shouldn't have been promoted so widely, and there are limits to how closely fungi and humans can coexist in general. However, by making constant improvements to the Wisdom Orb and using it for friendly communication with the fungi, we can figure out which are the nice ones and gradually learn more about them.
Fine, if that's what you want. I lost, so I don't get to call the shots. And I guess Pyro 1 would rather be with someone who actually cares about it.
Cheer up, Hania. I'm sure you mean a lot to Pyro 1. We have more important stuff we gotta tell you after the ultimate trial.
Regarding your ancestors and the truth behind the fungi attack.
That's right. You'll see things differently after you know the story. Paimon just knows it.
I just had to say, what a magnificent duel. A battle between competing philosophies, as well as a showdown between two top beast tamers.
Alhingen? What are you doing in the arena?
Why, I'm here to witness the final duel and the winner's spectacular performance in the ultimate trial. How could I possibly miss such a milestone moment in this tournament's history? Come now, Traveler, Paimon, it's time to prove yourselves. I have no doubt that you'll play a significant role in bringing this tournament to a whole new level.
Oh boy, here we go. The Fatui!
What's going on here? Why are the Fatui everywhere? Alhingen, the arena's been taken over by bad guys. We'll deal with them. Get yourself to safety. Wait a second. Where is the exit?
The arena has been taken over by bad guys. This is all part of Alhingen's plan.
The Traveler is correct. Nothing gets past you, does it? In which case, I presume you planned for this eventuality, no?
Wait, this is all wrong! Isn't this the ultimate trial? Cautilia's supposed to be the villain. He was just using this tournament for his own agenda and he tricked you into sponsoring him!
Not far off. You're right about Cautilia's motivations. This started when he discovered a promising use for a forgotten technology. So I bought his loyalty and organized this tournament to expand the reach of his technology. Though I must say, I never expected a prize catch like yourself to take the bait so eagerly.
Not as eagerly as your confession to your crimes. You can continue your confession to jail.
So, you weren't being fooled by Cautilia. It was you using him! This whole time you were just another lousy Fatui! Oh, now Paimon's mad! So much for warning you about Cautilia! Boglehead, get him!
No.
Oh, look at you! I've got chills down my spine. But I'm afraid that's not happening.
Twirly whirly, Blitzara, Pyro 1, what's going on?
Cautilia added a handy little back door in the wisdom orbs. As soon as I send the command, all fungi under their control report to me instead.
A back door?
So, this whole tournament, it was just an elaborate ploy to get other people to capture fungi for you, and now you're gonna make them all into your evil minions!
Very impressive. You hit all the key notes there. I hold the tournament a few times, build up an army of fungi living amongst the people, and then I can create all kinds of damage. You have to understand, this is a huge opportunity for me. My accomplishments will eclipse those of my other comrades. And then, my dear Master Dottore, who left because of you, will finally realize that I can still be worth something to him.
You've worked for Dottore before?
But now, I think I might go one step further. Getting rid of you would be doing a major service for all the Fatui, from the foot soldiers to the harbingers. And this could be a career-making moment for me. I'll finally earn Master Dottore's respect. I'll just say it was a tragic accident. You placed too much trust in the fungi, tried to push past the limits, and ended up causing the whole arena to collapse, with you still inside. Once this domain's sealed off, no one will ever find you. I'll have Cautilia assume all liability and criminal charges, then inform the Academia. After that, I'll invest even more into this tournament in the name of honoring your memory. I'll promote it harder. The competitions will be bigger and more frequent.
You selfish double-crashing monster! How could you? Paimons are just about enough from you, mister! You'll never get away with this! But what are we gonna do? You don't have any weapons on you and our shroom buddies won't respond to us anymore!
It's every man or shroom for themselves. I have faith in Bongohead.
Take your time! Pit fungi against fungi and warriors against warriors. I want the Traveler to see her buddy being destroyed. Then, once her faith is utterly shattered, put her out of her misery, quickly and painlessly. I accept that our actions thus far have not been beyond reproach. But at least we can give the Traveler the ceremonious final farewell that they deserve.
Bongohead, use your something, anything, water balloon! Wake everyone up!
Too many of them.
This isn't right. I've activated the backdoor command 3 times now on the floating hydrofungus. Why is it still obeying the traveler? Is Cautilia's device malfunctioning?
Oh dear, the poor thing still hasn't realized. The technology in the Wisdom Orb does make fungi more obedient to their beast tamers, but all it does to achieve this is suppress some of their basic instincts, allowing them to communicate with their owner as effectively as any other animal. The trust that these 4 fungi place in their beast tamers, and the bond they now share, have grown stronger than the Wisdom Orb.
Yai, Miko! You broke the domain sealing spell?
Please, you thought your crude replicas could keep me out? You appear to have woefully underestimated who you're dealing with. Not to mention that shoddily designed backdoor command. Did you honestly believe that no one would notice the litany of vulnerabilities in your grand plan?
Curses!
Miko, Layla, and Hania too!
Elhingen, so this was all you're doing! Whatever threat the fungi might pose, your nefarious ambitions are the true menace here!
Come on, Miss Yai. Let's go help them.
Easy now, Layla. All that's left for us to do now is to watch and wait. The bond of companionship is not something so easily severed by the designs or devices of humans. Blitzara, you haven't completed your mission yet. You're not thinking of giving up now, are you?
Huh? Look! Blitzara's back to normal! Is this the moment Miss Yai said we were waiting for? Twirly Whirly, I believe in you! Take this Kirk down. The backdoor command is wearing off! They're all returning to normal!
Hooray!
Still doubting what your heart tells you, Hania? You're afraid. Afraid to accept that the fungus you treated as a pawn now trusts you completely. Because then you'll be forced to face your true feelings, which you have been trying so desperately to escape from. But don't keep your fungus waiting much longer. Look, now that it's no longer under the Wisdom Orb's control, it's waiting for your orders.
Pyro 1, are you really waiting for me? I'm sorry. I've been so harsh on you, but you still trust me. Go. Do what you have to do.
Well, one way or another, it looks like all the fungi have returned to their senses. Great! Shame on you, Elhingen! You're about to pay for what you've done!
Hold the line! And keep your heads! They're just a handful of fungi. We still have the upper hand.
We're not going anywhere.
Don't be a killjoy.
Make sure you click in our quest! Bogglehead, use Water Mama Final Judgment!
This was well done.
That was easy.
Beaten by a few measly fungi? This is absurd.
Where do you think you're going?
Miko, why didn't you stop him?
Oh, I'm just a tourist. As far as I'm aware, I don't have the authority to detain anybody within Sumeru's borders. Is that not the case for you too? Still, you needn't worry. He won't escape. You'll see once you get back to the tournament arena.
Ah, cryptic. Well, no time to figure that one out. On with the chase! You're from the Core of 30!
You finally made your move.
By order of the General Mahamatra, we're here to arrest Elhingen for grave crimes and Kautilya for academic misconduct. The General Mahamatra has been watching Kautilya closely for some time. He's busy dealing with other affairs today, so he couldn't find the time to apprehend the offenders himself. Thankfully, with all the evidence you gathered, we were able to swiftly bring this case to a conclusion. The General Mahamatra wrote a letter for the two of you. Please, take a look.
Overview. Prior to the General Mahamatra's return to his post, the Matra were starting to suspect that Kautilya was up to something. Kautilya and Elhingen partner up with him. Keeping the most important evidence hidden. If it weren't for the Traveler and Paimon's help in providing critical evidence, the Matra might have spent a longer time investigating the duo's actions. The Wisdom Orb and Floral Jelly are indeed derived from the Capturing Device and Withering Potion. The latter two share similarities to the Omni Ubiquity Net from Inazuma, which originates from Liyue's Adeptus Arts. Therefore, one could say that two technologies are based on solid references. However, the Capturing Device and Withering Potion are thoroughly validated to sufficient development time. They're experimental items created by Amurta researchers for controlling dangerous creatures. These items once resulted in a horrific accident, and therefore should no doubt be locked away forever. Kautilya made use of his status and Elhingen's funds to bribe relevant personnel. He obtained the samples and documents, then hired a few talented students to work on enhancing the two products. By making them safer and more reliable, Kautilya would use this tournament to cover for his true intentions, causing damage in Sumeru. The Matra rounded up the group of Amurta scholars to develop a countermeasure that triggered Kautilya's backdoor command. They planted it into specific wisdom orbs and handed them out to the Matra on shift in the area. If anything happens, the countermeasure would be put to use. Fortunately, everything went smoothly with the tournament. No one was hurt, and there were no property losses. The tournament even brought financial gain to Port Ormos. As of now, all involved personnel with the Academia have been detained. They shall face just judgment. Saibo, leader of this operation, has confirmed all locations of interest. Criminals at large are highly likely to show up around these areas. The core of 30 can acquire them with no more than a limited number of people. As for Alhingen, the result of the intentional investigation reveals that 60% of his sponsor funds came from illegal sources. The rest were his business entries in Sumeru. Because the fungi informant is quite a complicated case, the Academia will arrange for specialized personnel to deal with this matter. Traveler and Paimon, I have included Saibo's reports at the front of the letter. Take a look if you're interested. It may help you understand the situation better. The enthusiastic participants and audience do not deserve to be deceived like this. I'll be using Alhingen's business earnings as prize money for the participants in competition for other relevant people. If the funds are not enough, the extra amounts will include Cautilia's fine. The Beast Tamers tournament has a positive influence and might become a well-known as Genius Invocation TCG. So it doesn't need to discontinue just because of two scammers. In the eyes of the general public, you two have taken over as the host of this event. Please don't worry too much. I trust that you will arrange for things accordingly. Lastly, please say hello to Guji Yai on my behalf. If the chance arises, I would like to spar with her in a duel. I hope she'll not be very against some powerful decks with certain styles. That sounds like Sino.
So Sino has been keeping an eye on this competition too! He and his people must have been secretly investigating at the same time we were! Lucky we had some backup!
The timing worked out perfectly. I'll leave the rest to you.
Alright, we'll take the suspects away now. The area will be unattended while we're gone, but with you here, I can put my mind at ease.
You might think this is over, but mark my words. You haven't seen the last of me. Or Master Dottore!
Oh, quit while you're behind, loser! Have fun in prison, you Fatui lowlife! Wait, Sino mentioned that he used our evidence, so is that where Miko was going after the last 16? To hand it in and make a report?
Oh, please, spare me that look. I didn't sign up for any of this. I'm supposed to be having a nice vacation, but all sorts of vexing issues keep managing to find their way to me. After the round of 16, I simply took a walk around Sumeru City with my editors. I did have a very brief conversation with the General Mahamatra, but only because he happened to be passing by at the time. The evidence you gathered was the key to solving this case.
The more you try playing it down, the more confusing it all sounds.
Anyway, now that the organizer and the sponsor have both been arrested, what should we do about the fungi in this tournament?
The rules still stand. These little ones won the tournament and passed the ultimate trial, which means they'll be taking Alhingen and Cautilia's place. From now on, everything about this tournament will be up to these two to decide. And after all the experience they've gained, I'm sure they are more than up to the task.
First things first, we need to tell Ania the truth. He needs to see things different.
Lady Kitsune told me everything. The fungi that attacked my ancestors were out of control because they'd gone berserk. Everything I thought I knew about the fungi was based on a misunderstanding. I took it all much too far.
Huh? We didn't get to say anything! Miko, why did you have to steal our thunder?
If by that you mean thank you, Miko, then you're welcome. Hania needed a little pep talk to perk her up so that she would join us in taking a stand against Elhingen. How else was I supposed to motivate her?
You don't have to say anymore. I was too close-minded. I know that now. I kept telling myself the same things, lying to myself until I became numb. But now I've seen the truth with my own eyes. Even without the wisdom orb, Pyro One willingly followed my instruction. It trusted me all along. I hold my hands up. I was wrong. You're well within your rights to criticize me, and I accept whatever punishment you deem appropriate.
Punishment? What do you take us for? Sure, you said some pretty scary things, and you were way too strict with Pyro One, but clearly you've already learned your lesson. Wait, actually, having said that, Paimon has an idea!
Me too. The final decision together, down to the precise details.
Paimon's got it. Let's go tell everyone else what we came up with.
This victory speech of yours is yours to make, Paimon. Time to put your gift of gab to good use.
Ooh, this is Paimon's first time speaking to so many people from a stage like this. Paimon's getting butterflies. Paimon and the Traveler are super happy that we were lucky enough to win this tournament and even expose a criminal conspiracy while we were at it. The responsibility for continuing to hold this tournament in the future now lies in our hands. Now, they may have thrown the organizer and the sponsor in jail, but you can all breathe a huge sigh of relief because the prizes are still being issued as promised.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Woo!
That's a good call.
However, unfortunately, the wisdom orbs currently have a harmful effect on their surrounding environment, so they pose a risk to people's health. This means that we won't be able to keep our fungi friends around for the long term. So, for the sake of everyone's well-being, over the coming days, we recommend that everyone entrust their fungi into the care of the best darn beast tamer in town, Hania! But you won't be away from them for too long. While Hania takes care of your fungi, we'll be talking to the Academia with the goal of trying to resolve the current issues with the Wisdom Orb as soon as possible. And of course, this tournament was so much fun. It'd be a real shame if it was a one-off affair. I'm sure you've got a big appetite for more fungi fun and games. So once the technical issues are all sorted out, and we're all reunited with our fungi friends, let's battle it out all over again!
Oh, so that's my punishment.
Think of it more as a reward for being the runner-up.
Don't think of it that way, Miss Hania. Spending time with shroom buddies is actually really fun. Right, Twirly Whirly? I'm gonna miss you, Twirly Whirly. Take good care of my best shroom buddy. Oh.
Traveler, Paimon, Layla, and Lady Kitsune. What can I say? You're a fascinating bunch.
Of course, they all have visions.
Come on, Hania. We announced the official decision with everyone watching. You better look alive.
What's with the rendering on that boat? What the hell?
Yeah, don't worry. I get it. As a beast tamer, I accept your proposal. I will do my utmost to care for these fungi and treat them like the treasured companions that they are to their masters.
Now those sound like the words of an awesome person called Hania that Paimon wants to be friends with. Just wish she'd shown us this Hania sooner. Anyway, let's spend some final quality time with our shroom buddies. Then we'll all meet up in Port Ormos.
Well. Well, that's done.
So much work. But it's okay. I can handle
Everyone hold hands.
Seems I am pretty capable.
I see everything. I gotta make my fungi move faster. So fast that my opponent won't have time to react. Everyone hold hands.
To the host's credit, this event is well organized. I'll take note of that. But the sponsor's source of funds still needs looking into.
Everything.
I never would have thought that happy little girl would grow up to become so formidable.
Yeah, they're no one. I have a sneaky suspicion I know what's going on here. After the model got walked off of the scene, they put it into the ground, but they forgot to move the wisdom orb. So now it's just sitting there on the ground. Wonderful. Love that. You know, you'd think that they would add in a small detail. Like, they've put in so many other small details that, like, if you're playing as, say, one of the like Nihita here, or Raiden, like, you'd think that people would actually, like, react to that.
Everyone hold hands.
If I had a lot of money, I'd keep it in my hands and never give it to anybody.
I see everything.
Which idiot invented the concept of trade supervision?
Anyone that makes lots of money. Huh. They must have some tricks up their sleeves. Simple-minded people are better off not doing business.
Hmm.
The boss was right. These rugs are of the highest quality.
Hey,
How much money do I have to earn to build a palace?
A lot. Trust me, I know. I've been saving. I'm only about $13 million away. Also, what's going on with my hand? Not even my hand, it's my index finger on my left hand. Like, uncomfortable. Oh my god, that is a lot of money I earned. I didn't even notice.
amazing!
How can I incorporate this experience into my novel so that Miss Yai is satisfied?
This job is unbelievably cushy, especially on this salary. I'm lucky I ended up with a boss like Elhingen.
Oh, these fungi are really quite adorable. It's so easy to fall into their trap.
What do I want to do? I suppose. But yeah, I'd say 49. It's fine. Something I need to do. I've been trying to get some achievements done, and one of them involves a very unique hilly troll.
Motion to compel.
So easy.
Everyone hold hands. Hey.
Really?
Everyone hold hands.
Okay, it's not there. You know it's not there. By the big tree, I've already checked. Alright, this way. We will do quest stuff soon, I promise. Right now. What's this? No spontaneous quest? That's a first. Oh yeah, that reminds me. 3, 3, 8, 3. Already heard you.
In my dreams, there's often a flower pot. Every time I water it and add fresh fertilizer, the same flower grows. Can you still enjoy the process of growing flowers when you already know the exact outcome in advance? Well, for me, I'm glad that at least after the flower has blossomed, it attracts different colored butterflies each time, and sometimes even bees.
Bees? Ew, I attract bees. That's amazing. I love bees, especially bumblebees. They're so fat and adorable. Okay, nowhere found in Mondstadt. Let's see if it's found here in Liyue. Damn. Alright. Hang on. I love doing that. You never know where it's going to spawn next. These things spawn twice every 12 hours. Of course, I'm not on here 24 hours, so... You know. Still, though. Oh, there you are. There's the little bastard. A little bastard.
I see everything.
Torn to oblivion.
Oops, wrong button. Lizard. Alright, now I gotta go through all of them again. Lizard. I was told that there was one spawns here, but I don't ever see it here. Hmm. There you are. You know, I feel bad, but, you know, achievements.
There is no escape.
Okay, what does that leave? Ah, right. It was a 30 requirement. But then, once I get another 28 done, which is in another 14 days, I will have achieved godlyhood. I have no clue what to do with you two. You guys I haven't even tried to deal with. You guys are gonna be a pain. And the co-op ones, I don't even want to think about those. This one's steadily moving along. Just a little bit more. These ones are going to take forever, especially this one. Stop gather time. Ugh. This one's probably going to be the longest. A lot of these are contingent on specific phenomena. Okay. Now back to Sumeru. Ah. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna just pick up a bunch of random quests. Rose, oh rose, grant me a wish. Blooming from a stone, the golden rose sang to me. She sang. That's a local Sumeru folk song called The Singing Rose, right? Such a cute song. Too bad the boy ran off halfway through. Paimon would have loved to hear the whole thing. Say hi to him. You must be new here. First time in Aru Village? No. Huh? Did I guess wrong? Let me think again. Well then, are you scholars looking to study abroad in Sumeru? I know that there are many foreign scholars in the academia. We do know a lot of scholars, but we aren't quite like them ourselves. We're travelers. Technically, we're adventurers. The glorious world-trotting duo, Paimon and Luna. World-trotting? What's so funny? We're super famous adventurers, believe it or not. No, I wasn't mocking you, friends from far away. Just the opposite. It's a delight to hear uplifting stories like people traveling the world. When you're as detached from the world as I am, each enthusiastic remark can really catch you off guard. Oh no! Off guard. I'm sorry if I offended you. My name is Sabah. I offer you my apologies as well as my welcome to the village. Ah, yes. Were you talking about the Rose Folk song that Ziad was singing? Correct. We can talk more about it if you're interested. I hope it will liven up your journey. Are you going to sing for us, Pa? Paimon's dying to hear the rest of it. Sorry, I'm not good at singing, but we can discuss what the song is about. Sure, so that kid sang about the rose granting wishes. Yes, in a tiny village like ours, we don't have a big Athenium. What the hell does that mean? Like they do at the academia. All our songs are passed down orally. It's my belief that the wish-granting flower in the song represents the collective imagination of our ancestors. In a harsh environment like the desert, water is extremely valuable resource, so they prize water sourcing plants. So the more arduous the terrain, the more stories there are about plants. It's a reflection of our ancestors yearning for a better life. At the same time, plants are also a part of the symbolic relationship between our ancestors and the flora and fauna of the desert. However, Aru is built on sand, and the soil here is actually not suitable for the cultivation of Sumeru roses. The Sumeru rose I planted could never grow, so if you ask me, the golden rose is a song must have been a product of people's imaginations. Hold up, Paimon can't keep up anymore. Is this what you actually talk? Wait, is this what you usually talk with people about, Miss Sabah? I'm sorry. I thought since you were new here, you'd prefer some topics over farming or the weather. My mind got lost somewhere between symbolic relationship and the collective imagination, but don't worry, Paimon understood at least that last sentence. You said that the land here isn't suitable for Sumeru roses, right? We've also only seen them in places with moist soil. Well, this place is mostly sand after all. Speaking of roses, I was thinking that since you two are adventurers, perhaps I could hire you. Hire you too. Now we're talking. We're battle-hardened adventurers. We can do any job, no problem. So, what can we help you with? I know it's ridiculous to want roses that don't belong here to bloom, but regardless, I still really want to see them. I'm embarrassed to say it, but that's my wish. Based on what I know about roses, they will grow in fertilized with highly concentrated dendro, even if you grow them in sand. But it's near impossible to get such fertilizer out here, so I'm wondering if you may be able to get your hands on some dendro? Yes, dendro property plants grow and works especially well on poor crops. And I'm just a normal person without a dendro vision, and I lack the resources to obtain effective fertilizer. If it's just dendro you want, that's pretty easy. We got this. Can you wield dendro? Are you someone with a vision? I haven't met anyone like that in a long time. Nostalgic feeling. It should be fine now. Alright. Miss Sabah? That's right. They should sprout soon if powered by dendro. Let's wait for a while. They're sprouting. Paimon knew they could do just about anything. Oh, you could. The results were immediate, as I thought. Thank you. Too bad they're not flowers yet. That's normal. You can't rush such things. Plants have to go through stages of growth. That you were able to make them sprout is already quite amazing. Give the rose some more time to take the nutrients, and it will be better for them as well. I'm very grateful to you as it is. I wouldn't wish to bother you further. Just drop by to see them in your spare time. That'd be enough. You know, I keep on seeing those, and I keep on thinking they're supposed to be garbanzo beans. Join the Eremites and embrace the wonderful new life. Come, friend, would you like to hear about the Eremites? Oh, come on, just listen up a bit. The Eremites are a good community to be a part of. We're free. We're united. Friendly, too. I need water. Hang on. My throat is dying. Bitch. Oh. Okay. And if you join up with us, you'll get the chance to freelance these tree dwellers. Oh, fleece those tree dwellers of their fat wallets. The Academia's researchers are rich lots, and they're not ones to default on their payments either. I'm already in the Adventurers Guild. You're with the Adventurers Guild? I mean, that's no obstacle, is it? Come on. Everyone's got a side hustle nowadays. Hang on. It's not like adventurers and mercenaries are really that different. You get what I mean? I think they're pretty different. Well, we've got good food here too. Meat and fish are regulars on the menu. And if you're lucky, you might even get to meet Dia, the Flame Main. Now calm down, get some water, like I did. Sorry. I spoke too quickly there. I haven't had anyone listen to my pitch for a while now, so I got a little excited there. Still, are you really not going to consider joining? Not at the moment. I really do have my hands full with the Adventurers Guild business. Alright, if you say so. Are you always recruiting people here? Yes, I mean, it is my job, after all. Nowadays, able hands are in short supply everywhere. And nowhere is the shortage more acute than the mercenary industry water. Well, I guess I can just tell you, we got people, that's for sure, but our line of work is very dangerous. Things like escorting people are on our easier side. It's just tiring at most. But if your work involves researchers, then it's like putting your hand in a block. Well, on the block. You'll be blessed to come back in one piece. And to coming back from those missions, most of our members have to take at least 10 days to half a month off. So we always need people to fill those gaps. Samara's a big place with lots of researchers. So we've got new work coming in every day. We're basically working around the clock at this point. So yeah, we need to get new people or we're going to bulk under the load. Buckle under the load. In that case, have you managed to find anyone who's on board? You mean here in the village? Nope, not a one. Actually, I should correct myself. It's more like the people I'd love to have join don't want to, and I wouldn't take those who want to join. If you don't believe me, why don't you take a quick walk about together? Oh, why don't we? Who knows? You might just be convinced by the time we're done. Kidding. I know you said that you don't want to join, and I won't force you. I just, you know, like some company while I have a little walk. I can go with you, no problem. Thanks a lot. Well, let me see. Let's go look for Sonia first. She's usually free in the day. But at night, well, she's usually busy having important discussions with Jabari. No worrying. Good afternoon, Sonia. What are you buying? I've told you many times before, Atia Jabari isn't interested in joining you, nor do I want him to go become a mercenary. I'm not going to help you convince him. Well, that's a shame. With his culinary skills, Jabari'd do really well with us, and our family's your family's financial standing would be improved greatly too. And hasn't he said before that he'd like to go out and find work? If that's what he really wants, who better to recommend work than an old friend, huh? Don't take anything he says seriously. He'll tell you that one day and change his mind the next. Oh god. In the end, he just can't bear to leave me here alone in the village. And I couldn't bear to see him slogging away by himself either. What's more, you're asking that he risk his neck out there as a mercenary. Even if he wanted to go, I'd stop him for sure. Let's just leave this topic be. I've got things to buy. Go bother someone else. Alright then. You see, traveler? This is what work looks like for me every day. Next up on my list of people to meet is Bodil. He was one of us once, but he quit. It would be nice if I could convince him to make a bit of a comeback.
Everyone hold hands.
I should have given that brat a good scolding ages ago.
Please stop scolding me.
Am I being too hard on him?
As it can get.
Yes, you were right.
Everyone hold
Thank goodness the transport fees didn't go up by too much.
I see everything.
Wait, what?
Hey.
Yeah, they are. And I'm one of them, so I know. Tia, not you again. Persistence is one of our virtues, you know. Well, then you should know that sticking to principles is mine. Come on now, brother. I've left the organization already. Don't call me that. Right. Odell, you sure you're not considering coming back at all? I know that some of us can be a bit reckless, but most of us are perfectly law-abiding citizens. I said this before, Tia, I'm not going back. The things you speak of, I've already confirmed them with my own 2 eyes. Perhaps not all of the Eremites are lawless lot. Sorry. Excuse me. And not every Eremite enjoys kicking those who are already gone down. But ill deeds spread. Tia, all it takes is one person to act like the law is merely a suggestion, and everyone else will be affected by them. One person influences another, and if the group keeps acting a certain way, they will influence yet more people. I'm sure you know what that means better than I do, Tia. It's all too easy to do evil in such an environment. You wish for me to return, just as I wish for you to leave. Perhaps from our perspective, well, from your perspective, the Eremites are not an evil organization, even if they're not exactly honorable. But you can't always live in shades of gray. This is just a word of advice. You may do with it as you will. I know, Chief. Alright, if you do leave and need a new line of work, I will help you. Are you alright? Well, there's no way I can win an argument with Bodil, I guess. What's next? Right. Let's rest a bit. I gotta say, my throat's getting tired after all that. Why not drink some delicious, nutritious water? Gotta smack your lips. Uncle Tia, you still asking people to join the Eremites? Why, if it isn't Aiton, did you tell your mother you were coming here? I did. She's working, so I went to go play with Karima. Hello, Uncle Tia. Uncle Tia, what do you think about the stuff we talked about last time? We've been working out this whole time, and I've been training with Karima. We're never gonna she's never gonna catch me again in a race. That one time didn't count. It was because I didn't eat enough for lunch that day. Anyway, I've been following the training plan you gave me. Let me take a test again. Let's see if I'm good enough to join the Eremites. So this is what you meant by someone who wants to join. Alright then. Aiton. As a member of the Eremites, I will conduct the test once again. Alright, come on, Karima. You join too. Let's do this together. But I don't want to join the Eremites. I just want to stay here in the village and protect everyone. But it would be nice to get Uncle Atia to test my skills. I mean, I did ask Miss Candace for advice on how to train before. Wait, what? When did you... Good, that's the spirit. Alright. Aiton, stop pouting. If we get the chance, I'll bring you to go get some pointers from Dia. How does that sound? Really? You do that? We Eremites don't lie, kiddo. Before we begin the test, let's have this traveler show us the expected standards. Wait, I'm involved in this now? I haven't had a chance to do my demonstrations before. I can't just run around doing those and leave these kids here by themselves. That'd be too dangerous. Anyway, thanks for your help, Traveler. Anyway, our Traveler here is a very capable adventurer. I had to do a lot to get her to come and give you a demonstration. Better watch carefully now. Alright. An adventurer, huh? As in someone from the Adventurers Guild? No matter whether you're a mercenary or a guard, you'll always wind up coming across situations in which retreat is the best option. When that happens, we often live by the principle that the quicker you can get away, the better. Thank you, Traveler. Now, let's quickly demonstrate how you make a swift retreat. Here's our starting point. Now then, please demonstrate. Wow, you're so fast. Very good. You were quick, and more importantly, very steady. Watch and learn, kids. Don't insist on pushing through every dangerous situation you get in. If you must retreat, retreat decisively. That means you, especially Aiton. I know. Good. Let's move on to the next step. It's time for some live combat demonstration. Oh, awesome! My dad carved me a wooden sword that I carry with me. What about you, Karima? I do have a small bow, though my mother only gave me arrows without tips. That's alright. You have a sword and a bow on your boundless courage. That's all anyone really needs to begin their adventures. But remember not to run around aimlessly when you're outside of the village. Stick with me and the villager at all times. You're really taking them outside the village? Oh, don't you worry. I've scouted that area before. There's just a bunch of sickly scorpions out there. They barely retain any offensive capabilities, so we should be alright. And whatever happens, the two of us will be there. You're coming with me now? Oh, come on. We're already here, you know? In for one Mora, in for 1,000 and such. I'm sure to pay you according to the guild's regulations. Let's bulk up, kids. We're heading off. Woohoo! I must admit, I'm a bit nervous.
The scorpions are huge. And should we really get any closer to them? I shot them with my bow, but they didn't even flinch. But you defeated them so easily. Well, that's many years of training for you. But Miss Candace said I'd improve. Chin up, Karima. You become stronger eventually, but you've got to take it all one day at a time. You too, Aiton. If you keep training hard like this, it's only a matter of time before we'll let you in. Oh, if only I could get Miss Dia to teach me. The next time I see Miss Candace, I'll get her to teach me more. As the spirits. And in the end, you didn't get anyone to join. Hey now, didn't they ever tell you not to harp on a man's private woes? You can talk about work later. And it's not as if my venturing has no effect at all. Lots of young men and women have left the village to see the outside world after hearing what I had to say, even if they didn't really want to join us. Well, we can talk about that later. I have to bring these kids back to the village now. Their parents will probably be at least a bit worried now that they've been out so long. Here's a little something for you, by the way. Thanks for coming all the way out here with me. Now, I'm going to explain this to the rest of the Eremites when I go back to a debriefing. Uncle Atia, you haven't given us our tests yet. That's so? Yes. Let's get back to the village first. Then we'll do our test there. That was fun. Oh, water tastes so good. I meant to press J. Hang on. A painting of Vanarana. Eh? That is not it. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway. Excuse me, are you Bonnie Faz? We're with the Adventurers Guild. Oh, hello there, but looking at your attire, you aren't locals, are you? I was under the impression that the Adventurers Guild would send local adventurers who might be better appraised from the situation. That said, I'm not from around here either. Making a living here is tough for outsiders. My associates and I are both Mondstadters. We originally traveled to Sumeru City to trade in supplies and only came here at the request of a researcher from the academia. You came all the way from Mondstadt to the desert to do business? Of course. Since you came somewhere as remote as the desert, you two must be from around the block too, I suppose. Of course, and we know our hometown pretty well too. Well, your hometown. Well, no. Then speaking of which, you must also know what sets up Mondstadters apart from others. You drink like fish? Yes, though that doesn't mean every Mondstadter is a lush. I've heard that the fellow over in the Dawn Winery isn't actually so fond of drinking. How should I put this? Everyone is free to drink or not drink. But what I meant to say was that we Mondstadters value most is freedom. How does the saying go again? Go with the wind. Come on, let's actually let the wind lead. Yes, that's right. That's right. Oh, right. Yes, right. That's the one. When the north wind begins to flow, some dandelion seeds will blow across the Sea of Inazuma, while others were swept away to Liyue. As for me, I guess I was favored by the Anemo Archon. I didn't stop at Liyue and got blown all the way to Sumeru. The climate and the way of life here might be a far cry from that of Mondstadt, but I'm here, and I intend to make the best of things. So that's how it is. Still, could you tell us more about the commission you posted at the Adventurers Guild? Oh, well, I accepted that the Academia's Researchers Commission, didn't I? Kirzad, that's the researcher's name, he took 2 mercenaries with him to look for some ruins, probably for some archaeological research. I don't really know much about the Academia stuff. In addition to providing them with some supplies, my associate and I also rented a few sumpter beasts out to them. Nachtigla, my associate, was worried that they'd struggled to steer the sumpter beasts, so he decided to go with them. We originally arranged for us to use a Duskbird to send messages every once in a while, so that I could be informed of the progress, or raise supplies to send to them as a situation required. We did exchange messages this way at first, but I haven't heard a peep from them for the last 2 days. I'm in hopes they aren't in any sort of accident. That's what I'm worried about. And that's why I decided to post a commission at the Adventurers Guild. And well, here you are. But the desert is very dangerous, and you two seem, well, Young, are you sure you can handle a place like this desert? Are you underestimating us? You've left Mondstadt, so maybe you're out of the loop. But you should know that Luna isn't just an ordinary adventurer. She's an honorary knight of the Knights of Avonius. Wait, then you must be the celebrated Luna? Oh, then you've heard, after all. That's right. This is the renowned Luna in Paimon of the famed Paimon. Goodness gracious. Please excuse my rudeness. I never expected to meet a big hero in a place like this. And a little hero, too. In that case, I have nothing more to say. I just worry that you may have some more important missions at hand. Like saving a city from something, and don't have the time or the for a menial commission like this one. It's not like we're always doing over-the-top stuff like that. We take ordinary commissions too. Besides, we've already accepted our commission, haven't we? Well, that's great. Right. As for your payment, I'll definitely think of something. That researcher from the Academia has also been quite generous. I can picture it now. Just as they run into some trouble, Luna, a true hero, descends from the heavens and saves them. That should secure you double the payment, right? This deal is a sure bet. What do you think? If they're in danger, we should help them. Great, fantastic. There's hope for my Kiris yet. Kiris? Yes, Kiris is the name of the summer beast I rented to them. Kiris. But isn't that... Does the Kiris know about... Oh, Cyrus. Does Cyrus know about this? Well... It's fine. Just don't tell him. No one will know. Anyway, the researchers the researcher and the others left the village and headed west. The trails there are a bit hard to make out, but you should be able to find them by following the footprints. I'll leave the rest to you two. Ah, these big ones.
Everyone hold hands.
Did I remember to lock my door? Ah, well, that shouldn't be a problem. Nothing bad will happen in the village as long as Candace is around.
Yeah.
I see everything.
Illusion shattered.
Everyone hold hands.
I love it when my builds actually come through.
But my defense was watertight. Remarkable condition. Allow me.
There we go.
I'm seeing stars. Yeah.
A Sumpter Beast. Was this always here? I feel like this wasn't always here. Huh. Weird. Hang on. Something I need to get first. Hooray! This wasn't always here. Could this be Notch Teagle? The associate that Oh boy. Come on, get it all out. Oh, that was unsatisfying. The associate that Bonifaz was telling us about? Oh, he doesn't seem well. Paimon thinks he's resting. Let's not disturb him. Heal! Damn it. He's dressed like an academia researcher. But why does he reek of booze? Think you can mess with me and scam me? Jabral, you useless dolt. How long have you been going? You know, only to get stuck. If it wasn't for those busted stones late. Whoa, Paimon thinks he's drunk. There's no way we can talk to him. No, let's go ask someone else. I feel sick. Hello, we're... Did you guys also fall down here? The deserts. Hang on, no. The desert's no place for outsiders. If you have a way back, I suggest you take it as soon as possible. Looks like talking to us is the last thing he wants to do. Let's try someone else. Seems like the ones we're looking for. The ones over there. Ask. Person! Hello? Oh, are you the newly fallen? What do you mean newly fallen? Oh, do you have a way out? We accepted Bonifaz's commission to come look for Tirzad's archaeological team. Bonifaz, the merchant from Mondstadt? I know him. So you went to find the archaeological team, huh? Let me think. Oh, isn't that us? I'm Jet. Tirzad sort of hired me. He said that he hadn't gotten word from you guys for a while, and he was worried that something might have happened to you, so he asked us to come and check things out. I'm worried about Notch Teagle. Someone's worried if he was the one who was taking a break. Are all Mondstadters so paranoid? What do you mean a while? It's only been a day. If it weren't for that bad fall and the heat stroke from Notch Teagle had, we'd also be trying to find a way out. So this pit is... That's right, the desert is an incredible place. One minute you're looking at solid ground, the next you step directly into a trap. And as you can see, we're trapped here now. Did you guys just get here, or do you have another way out? Still, you guys search all over the place. There hasn't been any way back to the surface. We have a wind glider. A wind glider? I heard Notch Teagle talk about them before. They sound pretty great. To be honest, I'd love to give flying a try too. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, your little friend here doesn't seem to even need a wind glider to fly. Can you teach me, little friend? How can I be footless and free as you? As floaty. Paimon is nobody's little friend. Even Bonifaz knows that Paimon is famous. And when you hear as famous as Paimon. Alright. You're my renowned little friend, Paimon. Can you teach me? What do I have to do float freely through the air like you? Paimon doesn't really have an answer for you there, traveler. Everyone has their own special talents. There's no need to force it. That's right. Don't get bogged down with whether you can fly or not yet. You should work towards something else. Like a race with a Rishbold tiger or something. I see. So you must have hired Paimon to teach you how to fly, didn't you? But since you're still using a wind glider, I suppose you haven't trained enough. No, it's just that Paimon can fly. Once you train enough, I'm sure you'll finally be able to fly freely without needing a wing glider. You seem like a really good teacher, Paimon. And I hire you to teach too? Hey, how much more will I need to hire Paimon? Wow, you've got a wild imagination, huh? We don't have that sort of relationship. But isn't it just like how Tirzad hired my father and me? In Nachtigal too? Surely I can also hire you as long as I have the Mora to spend. Paimon is my companion. That's right. Paimon won't leave Luna's side. Oh, that's a shame then. By the way, have you seen Tirzad and his father? And my father? We have, but... I see. As I said before, Nachtigal must be having a tough time. What with the bad fall he took plus the heat stroke. As for my father, well, he's got a nasty temper. Don't take it personally. And as for Tirzad, he's basically been throwing a tantrum since things stopped going smoothly. That said, grouchy kids don't usually get that drunk. You're not wrong, Paimon. Sometimes father will have a few glasses as well, but I've never seen him get drunk before. How about this? We can get back together. I'll explain everything to my father. You guys don't want to stay here too long, do you? I do, though. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. And look at that. That's also awesome. Look at all this. This wasn't here before. Father, I'm Black. Oh, Nachtigal, doing better? Right, Paimon and Luna told me all about what's happened. How come you just ignore people, Father? Really, when it's that temperament of yours ever going to change? That means we've completed Bonvast's commission, right? After all, he wanted to ask us to confirm the safety of the archaeology team as well as that of the Sumpter beasts. Bonifaz? What happened? Bonifaz and Nachtigal are oh wait. Bonifaz and Nachtigal are colluding to blackmail me. That despicable monster came all the way to Sumeru just to extort me, I swear. Vader. Is he still drunk? Mr. Tirzad, was the he's not already agreed upon after our discussion? You confirmed it yourself. So why are you telling a different story now? I usually have hands full with research matters, and I've never dealt with business people such as you before. How was I supposed to know the rules around rules around pricing? If Jet hadn't told me that you highballed me, I'd still be foolish enough to think that I scored a great deal. Well, I'm really sorry, Nachtigal. Father had told me after the fact that I shouldn't have shared it with Tirzad. Oof. Why does Paimon get the feeling that Jet managed to offend all three people by saying that? That's it. That's it. I'm laying you all off. There's a limit to how much bullying I can say. It's not fair. Tirzad, Nachtigal and Bonifaz are in the wrong here, but Father and I didn't do anything wrong. Besides, didn't we only get stuck in this place because you insisted on coming here? Then you started throwing tantrums after that fall and drank though you clearly can't handle your liquor. Excuse me. You might have the body of an adult, but you're acting like a little baby. Jet, that's enough. Tirzad looks like he might faint from rage. Now isn't the time to fight. What we should do is put our heads together so we can get ourselves out of this mess. Oh, someone's talking sense. So that crook Bonifaz commissioned you to come look for me? And your famous adventures, you say? Well, I'd like to hire you to get me out of this Archon-forsaken place. At this rate, forget my research. Even my very life will be cut short. Since your famous adventures, surely you're more reliable than they are. Is this a double payment Bonifaz mentioned? What should we do? Now's not the time for bickering. Let's focus on getting out of here first. You're right. Finding a way out of here is what's most important right now. Any other complaints can be addressed once we're somewhere safe. That's right. Seer Tirzad, if you can think as sensibly as Paimon, we wouldn't have gotten ourselves stuck in this situation. Jet, I just explored a little bit up ahead and found what looks to be ruins. Maybe there's an exit leading to the surface in there. Desert ruins don't constitute a safe place, and I'm not going anywhere with you unreliable people. But you're a researcher, aren't you? Shouldn't you be thrilled to have ruins to investigate? I'm an indoor Saligri researcher? I don't know. I could be working indoors and poring over documents. Unlike some adventurers who go stark raving bananas when they see a pile of old ruins. Oh, you.
Don't waste your breath on him. Jet, just let him stay here if he wants to.
But Father...
He's our employer, so he has the right to decide what he does and doesn't want to do. We just have to do our jobs.
And there he goes. We'll come back after Father and I find a safe path. If he doesn't want to come with us, then he can just wait here. And now, there goes Jet. What should we do? We can't just wait here. You're right. Let's go find a way out of here. Are you going to ditch me? The payment to the commission is negotiable. So don't leave me here with this crook from Mondstadt. I've kept quiet up until now, but Bonifaz and I are not crooks. What shady businessmen would offer such comprehensive after-sales care? Think about it, Mr. Tirzad. We could have simply received your payment and left you at that, but instead, we let ourselves end up in the same boat as you. I guess that makes sense, but I'm not sure. Well, not staying here either way. I feel more comfortable in a company of experienced adventurers. But you're still rip-roaring drunk. Why don't you stay here and sleep it off first? I'm not drunk. I'm fine. I'm not drunk. I'm fine. I'm coming with you guys. Don't leave me behind. Then we should get going. We should be able to catch up with Jet and the others. I'll wait here for you for now. I doubt the road ahead will be stable for the Sumpter beast. Good luck. Hang on. There we go. We're here. Tierzad decided to come exploring with us. What now? You mean the researcher actually changed his mind? Ugh.
He knows the pros and cons, so naturally, he came along.
Alright, well, you'll get the chance to show off your skills soon enough. How should we enter the interior of the ruins? This is a researcher's specialty, right? This should be a piece of cake for you, right, Tierzad? Of course. I might be an indorsolagi researcher, but something as basic as this can't be too different from what's written up in the books. Watch this. This is there. This should do it. Oh, it's so quiet. Oh, the door really opened. Oh, that's Mr. Tierzad for you. That's what sets us professionals apart from the amateurs. Everyone wonders what it's like inside. Let's go in and take a look. Maybe there's air conditioning. Wow. Oh. Damn it. I can switch you out.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries. Is this an
answer from this world? Is this an answer from this world?
Shine down! Yikes!
Excuse me.
A reward on the road.
Don't have enough clearance. I haven't seen that all day.
Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Oh yeah. Ooh, triple doors, quadruple doors. So many doors. Oh, that is a strong attack. Apparently dung beetles are super rare. I don't know why, but apparently they are.
I'll keep this close.
We've been walking around for a while without making any progress. So why don't we take a little rest? Are you kidding? It's hardly been any time at all and you've already taking off rest? I said it before, didn't I? I'm an indoorsy researcher. I should never have come out into the middle of nowhere like this. Wait a minute, Paimon's confused. Wasn't the archaeology mission your idea? Jet, Jabril, and Nachtigal only came because you hired them, right? Yes, that's correct. So it's your idea, then why have you been dragging your feet this whole time? If we don't know the truth, Paimon would think that Jabriel must have kidnapped you and got some legendary treasure in the ruins or something. You're funny. My father has been maybe a grump, but he'd never do something like that. Don't get mad at Paimon. Paimon's only telling it like it is. Don't bully Paimon. I'm sorry. My father really isn't a bad guy. Believe me. Then why is Tirzad so unmotivated? It's because I don't care for this topic at all. If it wasn't for the accused stone... Well, accursed stone slate, I'm always told to be original in my research, to find material that no one has ever worked on before. What's the value or meaning of research if everyone is just following the herd or reporting or reproducing each other's work? Or so I've been told. But when I'm... Oh boy. When I'm compared to such a long-standing academic tradition in all my seniors in research, I'm no academic genius, so what can I think of that others can't? There are no academic gaps left these days that I can identify and fill. Is it already 10 o'clock? Oh my goodness. Paimon doesn't really get academic stuff either, but since this is our job, you should take it seriously. I do. I get it. I give it my all. Why else would I have spent so much more to come to this Archon Forsaken place? It's funny, but the Scarlet Sand Slate was actually the research project of a relative of mine. She was originally a young researcher with limitless promise, but one day she left the family behind and eloped with some wild boy from who knows where. I heard that they fled into the desert back in those days. Unfortunately, I was a kid and only saw her a few times. I can't even remember what she looks like. All the more reason to buck up. Since you're researching the same thing, there's a chance for a reunion, isn't there? Fate is unpredictable. Well, is an unpredictable thing after all. Even if we really did meet again, even if we really recognized each other, how could I even face her? The way I am now, I'm no different from a stray dog, living off the scraps thrown away by others. Since I'm incapable of contributing any new theories, all I can do was take my chances in the field and see if I could dig up any new materials to base my paper on. Though, when it comes to King Deshret, the academic community has long since concluded that he was just another self-destructive tyrant. Speaking of which, she must have left this stone slate behind when she left back then, because she knew this lousy thing had no research value. And yet I took it to be a treasure. This silly stone slate. I must have been out of my mind to think I'd really be able to stumble upon something. Still, Paimon doesn't think you should lose heart. Besides, well, because We often make surprise discoveries while exploring ruins like this, right? Yeah. There will at least be a treasure chest for sure. It's also good to see everything with your own eyes. That's right. I might not really get super difficult research, but there's so much stuff in big ruins like these. If you take a good look around, there's gotta be something you can write about, right? None of you have ever done serious academic research. How could you possibly understand me or the difficulties of being a researcher? You don't know what it's like to be me, Dad!
Stop talking like a child. Wait, hang on. Stop talking like a child. The academia might control the path of academic publication, but they don't have the monopoly on knowledge itself. If this is all you know about King Deshret, then you should abandon the academia for the very beginning, because it's clear you won't get any results.
Father, you're just a paid mercenary. What right do you have to comment on my ideas?
So far, you seem to have very little in the way of professional credentials as a researcher. You must, that much you've already admitted yourself.
Me, I'm, you. Uh-oh, what happened? Will he be okay? We should keep a closer eye on him after this and not let him drink anymore. He must not have completely sobered up yet when Father made so mad that all the blood rushed to his head. That was weird, though. Why'd you have to go and get so mad at him?
We can't stop just because he keeps dragging his feet.
But we couldn't just leave him here either.
I'll stay behind to keep him safe. Meanwhile, you and Jet keep looking for an exit. You.
Oh, what should we do now? Time's a-wasting. You're right, let's keep exploring then. Leave Tirzad to my father. You have nothing to worry about. I'll come with you guys.
Ooh.
How familiar.
Beep?
Oh, it's moving. Looks like it looks a lot like the one we just knocked down. Still, doesn't look like it's going to attack us. In second thought, it can float in the air just like Paimon. Does that make this a distant relative? Them distant relatives? Paimon would sooner be related to a pigeon. Beep, beep. Our own robot pet. This thing makes a weird noise again. Where's that sound coming from, anyway? Is it really not going to turn on just out of the blue? Luna, don't let your guard down. Let's try talking to it. Paimon? Look, you two are about the same size, so you should be able to talk to each other, right? How is Paimon supposed to talk to it? Oh, you're messing with Paimon on purpose, aren't you? It looks like something, some sort of device. Should we pick it up and try using it? You scared Paimon? Doesn't seem like it wants to do that. Can you understand it yet? I can't understand the meaning, but I get it, the feeling. What a weird thing. Oh, I think it's a lot like you, Paimon. You both look really cute. Paimon told you, we're nothing alike. Well, yeah, you're round and cute, Paimon. And it seems like pokey, but it's still very cute. Paimon totally doesn't get your standards of cute. I think Paimon's cute too. Oh, isn't the time for this, Luna? The way I see it, Paimon doesn't get it, but Luna does. I don't know why it's here, but what it's used for, but maybe Tirzad will understand if we can get him to take a look at it. You should... What should I call you anyway? Paimon floats, but you're a little lower off to the ground, so I'll call you Ben Ben. You like the name too? That's great. How do those two even communicate? Jet's amazing. She is amazing in a weird sort of way. Ben Ben, it must be boring hanging around here by yourself. Why don't you come with us? Needless to say, Luna's pretty great too. As for Paimon, she might act a little superior, but she's a good kid who knows about her... thinks about her companions. He'll definitely come to like her in time. Paimon doesn't act super anything. Anyway, Paimon's not going to fly lower for anyone. Otherwise, Paimon will breathe in a low hole load of sand. Oh god. Come look for my father with us. He may look mean, but actually, well, he actually is kind of mean, but that's just how he is with outsiders. He's nice once you get to know him. And even though Tirzad's a useless researcher, he's not actually a bad guy. Right, you might even be able to save his research, Ben Ben. Well, want to come with us, Ben Ben? That's great. It said yes. Really? Are you guys really talking to each other? Don't worry, Paimon. Ben Ben and I are already joined at the hip. Right, Ben Ben? Well, let's go back to where my father is. Maybe Tirzad has already woken up. Provided he doesn't open up his eyes only to see Jabril and get so mad that he passes out again. You never know. Hmm. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for tonight. All right. Oh, that was fun. I kind of wish people would have stuck around or said hi, but hey, what do you do? Anyway. Thank you to Dusky for coming by and saying hi and having me talk in weird ways. And I'll be back tomorrow. It's some more gameplay. Don't know if it's going to be Genshin or if I'll do Core Keeper, but we'll see. Till then, keep being awesome, guys. See ya.